Imagine you're camping in the middle of nowhere. A small fire crackles in front of you. You weren't planning to stare at it, but somehow you've been watching the flames for several minutes. Nothing exciting is happening. The fire isn't telling a story. Yet, you can't seem to look away. What's even stranger is that this happens to people all over the world. Children do it. Adults do it. Every culture does it. So why? Is there something magical about fire itself, or is your brain responding to something much older than you realize? The answer begins hundreds of thousands of years ago, when staring into a fire wasn't relaxing at all. It was the difference between surviving the night or becoming part of it. Think about the last time you sat beside a campfire, a fireplace, or even a candle. At first, you probably looked for only a second, then another. Before long, several minutes had passed without you even noticing. Fire behaves differently from almost everything else in nature. Every flame twists, dances, grows, shrinks, and changes shape every second. Your brain loves patterns, but it also pays attention to things that never repeat in exactly the same way. Fire constantly surprises your eyes without overwhelming them. But that still doesn't explain why humans have gathered around flames for hundreds of thousands of years. We don't spend every evening staring at rivers. We don't gather around rocks or trees. Yet across history, almost every human community shared one common center: a fire. That wasn't just for warmth. It was the beginning of one of humanity's greatest transformations. Now imagine living around 300,000 years ago. The sun slowly disappears behind the horizon. Within minutes, everything changes. There are no streetlights, no houses, no flashlights, only darkness. Every sound becomes louder. Every movement in the bushes could mean danger. Lions, hyenas, wolves, and other predators owned the night. Ancient humans couldn't simply close a door and go to sleep. Every sunset became another battle for survival. Then, humans achieved something extraordinary. They learned to control fire. Suddenly, darkness no longer belonged entirely to predators. A small circle of light pushed back the night. Many dangerous animals avoided the flames. For the first time, families could remain together with a greater sense of safety. Parents could watch over their children. Hunters could finally rest after exhausting days. Fire didn't remove every danger, but it changed the balance between humans and the wild. That tiny glowing circle became the safest place on Earth. Something unexpected happened once humans no longer spent every second worrying about survival. They began talking. Around the fire, people shared stories about dangerous animals, successful hunts, changing seasons, and places where food could be found. Parents taught children valuable lessons. Elders passed down knowledge that no individual could discover alone. Every evening, the fire became more than a source of heat. It became the center of human life. In many ways, the campfire became the world's very first living room. It connected families, strengthened friendships, and allowed ideas to spread from one generation to the next. Modern researchers have even found that quietly watching a fire can help people feel more relaxed, especially when combined with the natural sounds of crackling wood. Scientists are still studying exactly why, but one possible explanation is that for countless generations, fire represented something our ancestors desperately needed. Safety, warmth, food, family, hope. Today, your life is completely different. Your home protects you from the weather. Electric lights remove the darkness. Supermarkets provide your food. Predators no longer wait outside your front door. Yet whenever you sit beside a fire, something feels strangely familiar. Your brain isn't literally remembering ancient campfires. But the environments that helped our ancestors survive shaped the human mind over thousands of generations. That's why fireplaces often make homes feel comfortable. That's why people naturally gather around bonfires instead of standing far away from them. That's why candles create a peaceful atmosphere during dinners and celebrations. Fire still represents comfort, connection, and security, even in a world where we no longer depend on it for survival. Every time your eyes become hypnotized by dancing flames, you may be witnessing one of the oldest connections between the modern human brain and its ancient past. The next time you catch yourself staring into a campfire, you'll probably notice something different. You aren't just watching burning wood. You're looking at a force that changed human history forever. Fire protected our ancestors from the darkness. It brought families together. It helped knowledge survive across generations. But perhaps its greatest gift wasn't protection at all, because one day, someone placed food over those same flames. And that simple decision may have changed the human body forever. In the next episode, we'll explore one of the biggest turning points in human evolution. Why did ancient humans begin cooking? That story might explain why you are the person you are today.